What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you stopping by. What do we got here today? Well, we got a dry herb vaporizer by Yocan, and it's called the Vane 2. Retails for $60 and came out maybe about 2 months ago. And Yocan was nice enough to send me a review unit. They must have seen my other review videos and thought I was halfway decent enough to send me a device. So thank you, Yocan. And let's just take a look at the back real quick before we open it up. This is all the features of the Vane 2. Magnetic mouthpiece, temperature control between 200 degrees Fahrenheit, 480 degrees Fahrenheit, ceramic chamber, 3-minute sesh time, auto shut off after a half hour, which is, nice so you don't kill your battery. Haptic feedback, 1200 milliamp battery, and Type-C charging. So this is definitely an entry-level device for someone who's maybe never tried dryer vapes and doesn't want to spend, a couple Benjamins, $300 on something like the Solo 3. And so you might not get, well, you will not get as many options in the Vane 2 as the Solo 3. But again, maybe you don't even like dryer vapes. You don't want to waste all that money on something you end up not liking. And I personally wasn't into dryer vaporizing for a while. And then it just kind of grew on me, kind of got acquired taste for the vapor instead of the smoke. And now I basically almost solely vape my flower. I tried doing a bong rip the other day, and it tasted awful. I hadn't combusted for like 3 months, and I tried it. It's just gross. It's like after quitting cigarettes, if you have a cigarette for the first time, like I did, get drunk at a bar, be like, I really need a smoke, bum one off another drunk guy. And it tastes terrible. You're like, I don't even know how I started smoking in the first place. But enough about that tangent. Let's get to the Vane 2.
Thank you.
So this is the main unit, USB charging at the bottom. It's got 3 buttons. And this is the chamber. Some people call it an oven. And that's where you put your flour. It's ceramic. So it's going to retain the heat when it heats up and slowly cook the flour, not combust it. And I believe it's convection, or I believe this is a conduction. I hate that word. Conduction vape. So it's going to heat up around the sides and the flour touching it. That's how it's going to heat up. Probably a little bit convection as the air rises. So let's turn it on. You hold down. This is the main button, the power button. You're going to 5 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get a little boot up animation, and then this is your main screen. You got battery percentage. You got the current temperature of the chamber. So right now it's 60 degrees Fahrenheit in there. Nice and cool. And you got this little background. It almost reminds me of like the flip phone era. When I had my flip phone, reminds me of like one of the stock wallpapers on my old school LG flip phone. So I don't know if some people are going to like that or not. Can't really change the background or turn it off. So I don't know if that's going to be a deal breaker, but that's just one of the things on the Vane 2. And then to change the heat setting, I had it at 400 degrees. It's just the plus and minus buttons. So it looks like it, yeah, you hold it down, increments of 10, and then 1 short click, increments of 1. I don't go really below 400 for this video. I guess we got to do 420 degrees Fahrenheit, right? And like I said, 3-minute, well, you know what? Let's load it up first as we talk about it. Like I said, 3-minute sesh time, and that 3 minutes is counted into the heat up time, which is anywhere, it's like about 30 to 40 seconds. So it's really 2.5 minutes of sesh time. And there's no way to turn up the sesh time to like maybe 5 minutes. But also, I'm not sure if you really want to. Because this thing right around here, it gets real warm. Like I don't recommend doing like back-to-back sessions with this. That will really kill the battery. Because the first time I did it was at 100%. Then after the first session, went down to 90%. Then I did it again and went from 90 to 80. So I'm like, oh, okay, 10% per sesh battery life, right? And then it went from 80 to 60%. And then I took a break. Then it was back up to 80, then down to 40. And it's kind of all over the place, especially if you mess with the heat settings. Obviously, the higher heat setting, the quicker the battery will deplete. And so I just packed it in. Don't want to like really overpack it because you want the air to move around within the flower. So don't overpack it, especially because this little mouthpiece is going to push it down a little even more. And I wish there was some sort of tool they gave you, like a funnel to fit in here, because as you can see, you kind of drop a little bit of flour around the sides here. So they do give you a brush for cleaning, so you could just brush it away, I suppose. Maybe. In theory. Come on. All right. This is really for cleaning, but oh, and they also give you USB-C charger, which they say you can use any charging, well, most charging like outlets. If you're using like a battery pack, nothing above 5 volts, or else that'll damage the battery. Don't use this in a car to charge. That will hurt the battery. And also what I found was weird, well, not weird, but interesting. Sorry, we'll get to that. Cautions. This: do not keep in hot cars or store above room temperature of 74 degrees Fahrenheit. And I feel like that's because the battery might explode. Where is it? Come on. Somewhere around here. Short can result in fire or explosion of a battery. So I feel like you put that in a hot car, that's a ticking time bomb. But anyways, because I was going to say like, oh, take this to the beach. This is a good beach device. But if it's just sitting out in the hot sun, all of a sudden, I don't know what you have it in, your beach bag might start spontaneously combusting. So just keep that in mind. And to turn it on, to start it, you hold this button down for 2 seconds. And I'll do a demonstration in a second here. I just want to show the screen. So you got the timer already counting down. You got the current temperature slowly going up. And you can change it mid-sesh. So if I wanted to lower it from 420 to like 410 or vice versa, might go above 420. But we'll keep it there. And it's going to do a haptic feedback once it reaches the set temperature. Probably couldn't hear that, but it's ready to go. And if you're done with the sesh early, you just hold the button down again. You don't have to wait for the clock to run down. So hold the button down for 2 seconds, and that'll end the sesh early. So let's use this now. I assume that's what people want to see. After all, see how it vapes, what kind of vapor we get, clouds we get. So let me pause it here real quick and set up, do a little camera movement, and we'll be right back. Just a second. All right, boys, we're back, and we're gonna vape some flower. The Vane 2 is heating up, and we're gonna see how it tastes. We're gonna go low and slow. You don't want to inhale too fast, because then the air, there's not enough time for the air to heat up and cook the flower, and it's ready to go. So, hey, let's get to it. So you're not going to get as big clouds as you would with like just combusting with flour, but it's also not going to hurt your throat nearly as much. You'll still maybe wind up coughing, but once you start getting that little tickle in the back of your throat, it's a good time to exhale and then go again. You don't have to go, the whole 2 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever it's set at. You can take breaks in between, catch a breath. So, still got over a minute left. Let's keep going. And some good vapor production. It's not the biggest, right, from other vaporizers, but after we're done, we'll talk about my final verdict and thoughts on this device. So let's do one more rip. Still got 30 seconds left. Got a little cough there. That's okay. So we're just going to let it wind down now. Maybe one little quick one. Okay, Vane and Vapor, that's in there. All right. So we'll pause it here again. Go back over to looking at my hands. And we'll have a conclusion for you guys. So just a second. And we're back with the conclusion of reviewing the Vane 2 by Yocan. Now, we just got done vaping this, so let's take a look at the ABV, also known as already been vaped. And you could try doing another sesh with this. There's no issue with that. It just might not be as strong, but there will be leftover THC in there. So if you don't want to vape it again, you can save this. Have a little container where you save up your ABV flower, and you can use it to make edibles with, because the THC is already decarboxylated. So this is also kind of a good way to, get extra miles out of your flower instead of just smoking it like a normal. And looks like it did a pretty good job at vaporizing everything. This is from, probably should move that aside. That's just from when I was filling it up. But yeah, this looks pretty well vaped to me. So, I mean, it's not going to be as dark or as vaped as maybe the Arizer Solo 3. That stuff I won't even save for later use. But this stuff, sure, go for it. And so now let's get to the things I don't really like about this. This is, again, going to be my personal preference. I'm not a big fan of the chamber because when it comes to cleaning, this isn't going to do it. You'll need a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. Just make sure to not get any in the holes there, because that will damage the internals. So maybe just a Q-tip and ISO, move it around there. I can see this not being a forever device. I'm seeing it, if you're new to vaping, or if you just kind of want to, not throwaway device, but like I want to take the Solo 3 anywhere with me. I know it's supposed to be portable, but it's like the Zach Morris phone of dryer vapes. It's ginormous.
Hello, who's calling? Zach Morris.
But this, yeah, I mean, I know I said I want to take it to the beach, but camping, hiking, just anywhere where, let's say, you get a douche cop that wants to confiscate this for some reason, I'd rather him take this than a nicer vape device, and it does the trick. The taste is pretty decent. It's pretty average vape taste. Again, Solo 3. I don't know what Arizer does, but the vape you get from those, it tastes way better. Or even something like the Vatman or the Vatman Click. The vapor from that, the taste is kind of like a smoky wood taste added to it, flavor added to it. But this, it's not terrible. For $60, again, not as expensive as other vape devices. I think a $50, maybe $44.99. I think that would be the sweet spot for this device because it is plastic. It doesn't have any sort of accessories or attachments, you know, like a water pipe adapter, like other vape devices have. Again, Solo 3, I keep using that as the example. And I wish this mouthpiece was silicone or silicone, whatever.
I don't really care, Margaret.
That's just a better feel to me as I'm vaping, but that's a personal preference of mine. And I also wish this could be taken apart and cleaned better because I assume over time you're going to get resin all up in here and maybe reduce airflow. So I don't know if you can even submerge this in isopropyl alcohol. I guess, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, if we ever get to it. But yeah, guys, let me know. I'll leave a link in the description of where you can pick this up from Yocan's website. Let me know if you vape, or if you just combust, if you never even thought about vaping. I think it's way beneficial for many reasons. I won't go into that now because this video is kind of getting long. I gotta wrap it up. I got a couple others to make. And yeah, guys, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And we'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye.